Okay, so we've been hearing it in the news. The Caribbean Maritime University's Professor Fritz Pinnock is to proceed on special leave again, effective immediately, to allow for the completion of the ongoing investigation surrounding activities at the university. According to the CMU, the decision follows a discussion involving the chairman of the CMU Council Board, Dr. Hyacinth Bennett, and Professor Pinnock that happened yesterday, during which both Pinnock and Bennett agreed that in the interest of transparency, he should continue to be on leave until the investigations are conducted by the Office of the Auditor General and other agencies. So until that's completed, he will be on leave. We've heard the cry from the National Integrity Action. We've heard the cry from society in the media saying, why is he back if the investigations haven't been concluded? So I am happy that he has made that decision in the...
I mean, the question though, Empress, people are asking, why did he return before the leave ended?
Yes,
you know?
that's the question.
Was he instructed by the board or was it on his own?
Well, in light of everything that's happening right now, and the call of the society and the advocates out there who haven't been quiet, he then decided to take it back. The fact that he went back is questionable. There are calls and cries for the board to resign. The question is, I mean...
A full resignation, I think, at this point isn't necessary. It's a little over the top.
It's a little over the top.
I think, though, the board should step back and allow investigations to proceed in a due process, and there's no influence from the board members or Mr. Pinnock. So
when you say the board should step back, that's interesting. Are you saying the board should take leave? I mean, what do you mean step back?
I mean, whatever they need to do to allow for the smooth process of this investigation
open
to
the
take
doors.
place. Come on, just keep it open.
But I'm glad that he did, and it's admirable that he has gone back on leave.
Yeah.
And I believe that everybody in a situation like that should step away and allow an investigation to take place and not be compromised. And if everybody's asking or wondering how our operation is going to continue, we do have Professor Ibrahim Ajagana is in place and continuing to act as president, while Noel Brown will act as deputy president in the absence of Professor Pinnock.
Yeah, that was in a statement from the CMU. So.
Yes.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, it's a touchy topic and it needs to be investigated further. But in the age of social media, the age of transparency, things get blown up real fast.
Oh my goodness. Talk about blowing up real fast. It's like every time somebody decides they want to, I call them the Twitter poopers. Every time they want to pass gas, they just pass it on Twitter, and then it just blows up. Let's look at Trump. Let's look at everything. It's like Twitter is like the biggest thing right now. Even when you turn on the news, Dwayne, and they want to report an article.
But you mentioned Twitter.
Yeah, but hold on. You know what they say when they turn on an article and talk about what's going on in the news? According to Twitter, people on Twitter, so what's going on Twitter?
All right, so we bring it closer to home now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert Morgan withdraws inflammatory tweet, PMP writes to the Ombudsman. So Government Senator Robert Morgan has unequivocally withdrawn a controversial tweet he posted on Monday with which the opposition has taken issue. However, he has not said whether he will apologize. The tweet posted on Morgan's Twitter account said, "If you sit with Lammy, you will rise with fleas," end quote. Opposition Senator Lambert Brown is popularly called Lammy. So on Tuesday, the People's National Party General Secretary Sir Julian Robinson wrote to political ombudsman Donna Parchment Brown seeking her intervention following what he called an inflammatory post. And in his statement, this is Dr. Robinson, "We find these utterances highly unacceptable and unbecoming of a member of the upper house and parliament secretary in the government. These remarks are inflammatory, inexcusable, and have the potential to give rise to undesirable political tension," end quote.
Okay, so, wow, it's such a new world. You cannot, people open their mouths on Twitter and you wonder if they thought about it or they really believe that there'd be no consequence. However, I'm glad that he withdrew his statement. He's very, very
Yeah,
vocal on Twitter.
because he withdrew the statement saying, and I quote, yesterday I made a tweet using a variation of a popular Jamaican proverb.
What's the proverb doing?
If you lay with dogs, your eyes with fleas.
I know, I'm just messing.
I heard my grandma say that so many times.
Yeah, we all grew up with that one.
Yeah, so he says, and I'm quoting him, yesterday I made a tweet using a variation of a popular Jamaican proverb. It has come to my attention that a colleague senator has construed the tweet in a manner that I did not intend.
So what was he saying? That Lammy is the name of a puppy?
Well,
Or a dog?
No, I think he.
How do we know he was referring to the Lumber Boy? Don't assume
Because,
everything in life. Did
as
he
it
say?
He's popularly known.
Yeah,
Because Senator Lambert Brown is
yeah,
popularly known as Lammy.
But no, but Lammy could be the name of anybody. Puppy.
True.
So I
but
don't see where he said it was Senator. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's all context. It's all in context. So in his tweet, he says, with that, and I continue, I unequivocally withdraw the tweet and regret any negative supposition that may have ensued.
I'm
End quote.
glad he
That's what Morgan. And asked whether or not he intended to say sorry. Morgan would only repeat, and I repeat again, I unequivocally withdraw the tweet and regret any negative supposition that may have ensued.
All right. So, I mean.
It's been a week of.
Political reps.
Yeah, man.
With the, what do they call it? Foot in mouth disease. Social media happy fingers. And I call them tweet farters.
Oh my goodness. But
Tweet
it's a lesson though.
poopers.
It's a lesson though, for not just our elected officials and our politicians, but for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Be careful what you say because everyone will have their different interpretations of it. Easily.
But you know what it is doing? It's a world. I think social media is a world where people who are kind of cowards as well. This is not referring to
just in
anybody at all or this story. But I'm saying in general, when I read certain comments, I'm like, you're such a coward. Because I know if we met face to face, you would not have the guts to say what you just said. All right, that's what's going on in the hot topics, as well as Iran women are allowed into football stadium for the first time in decades. So we're happy about that. FIFA fought for it. It's been barred for 40 years, and they're now allowed to enter stadiums. The ban was there because basically the clerics were saying they wanted to shield the women from the masculine atmosphere and sight of semi-clad men. Okay. All right. So is that a good move?
It is, of course. And if you look at the world right now, and I come back to Jamaica all the time, our women are phenomenal. Why exclude them from the things that we're doing? Why keep them away from the action? Because I've met women who are a lot stronger than men, who are a lot more vocal about men, and I know a lot more about sports than men do. Because some men just show up to sports because it's tradition, but you have women who know sports inside out, and I feel that no, we should have made this step 40 years ago.
Yeah, but I'm going to say on behalf of my girlfriends, Dwayne, they only go to some of these sporting matches to see semi-clad men. I'm going to tell the truth. I speak the truth. My girlfriends, many of them, no, there's some who know a lot about sports, but some of them only go to see semi-clad men. So let's talk the truth. But I'm so glad, good move by FIFA, ordering Iran to allow women access to stadiums. That's what's going on in the hot topics.